Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nick Morgan at the National Weather Service in Peachtree City, and this is going to be your weekly weather briefing for Thursday, June 3rd. So taking a look at some quick highlights. So we are expecting some isolated severe weather today across Georgia for this afternoon, into the evening, and even possibly into tonight. There is a marginal risk out for much of north and central Georgia, and really the main threats we're looking at will be some damaging winds, possibly up to some quarter-size hail, some frequent lightning, and heavy rain. However, once we get through this severe weather event, you'll see that we'll go into more of a summertime pattern with some isolated thunderstorms starting on Sunday, moving into next week. So let's take a look at the current conditions. Right now, we do have some storms going through far northwest Georgia and Dade County, going through into Walker, and a little bit of coverage across other portions of Georgia with some light showers possible. And we're expecting that coverage to increase through the day as we get into the daytime heating. And speaking of heating, on the right is the expected high temps for today. So looking into the mid to possibly upper 80s across the metro Atlanta area, into the upper 80s across Macon, possibly even reaching into the lower 90s over Columbus. North Georgia, with that extra little bit of cloud cover and rain, you're really only going to reach into the low 80s. Speaking of the severe weather, on the left is the SPC Outlook, and like we mentioned, there is a marginal threat for severe weather over much of north and central Georgia. That's going to start early this afternoon, possibly into later into the evening hours, and the damaging wind gusts, quarter-size hail, frequent lightning, and heavy rain will be those primary hazards. And taking a quick look at one of our model runs for that severe weather, as you can see, there could be some broken line of storms ahead of that slow-moving cold front as it works its way into North Georgia. Our best timing that we're thinking right now will be between 11 a.m. to around 4 p.m., possibly a little bit later. And then for central Georgia, your chances are going to increase as that front slowly drifts to the southeast. And the general time frame that we're believing for you would be 4 p.m. into the early night hours of 10 p.m. And taking a quick look at the weekend rain chances as that cold front slowly pushes through overnight on Thursday into Friday, you'll start to see your precip chances decrease on Saturday as we get into that dry northwest flow, but we're not expecting that to last very long. As you can see on Sunday, our rain chances begin to increase as the system begins to set up over Texas and bring increased moisture across the area through much of the next week, and we'll start to talk about that more as we get into the next slide. And once we get through that severe weather event today, like we mentioned, we're going to enter more of a summertime pattern. What you're seeing on the left is kind of the overview of what we're seeing in our weather patterns. We're going to have a low pressure system set up over Texas, and that's just going to bring that warm, moist air from the Gulf and overspread over Georgia. And that's really going to create an environment for more of those pop-up showers that we see during the summertime that usually occur in the afternoon. And with those pop-up storms, we can see some damaging wind gusts, possibly some hail, some frequent lightning, and again, some heavy rainfall for any storms that decide to pop up over a heavy area. So taking a quick look at our 7-day forecast, just to kind of reiterate the story we've been telling. Once we get through that severe weather event, we're going to see decreased precip chances on Friday and Saturday, but not expecting that to last very long. Again, as we get that southerly flow and warm, moist air overspreading much of Georgia, the precip chances are going to increase Sunday through much of the mid to late week. And again, we're expecting that pop-up thunderstorm style through much of the week. So taking a quick look, here's the expected rainfall through the week. Broad area of 1/4 of an inch, possibly some locally higher amounts across far north Georgia and the southeastern portions of the area, up to 1.25 inches. Again, there could be isolated heavier amounts depending on where these pop-up storms start to develop and depending on the day. And just to go over a quick summary, again, we are expecting some isolated severe weather across Georgia into the afternoon, into the evening, possibly into later tonight. There is a marginal risk in place over much of north and central Georgia. And for that timing, we're thinking around 11 a.m. to around 4 p.m. for North Georgia, then slowly meandering to the southeast for around 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. for central Georgia. And those main threats look to be damaging winds, quarter-size hail, frequent lightning, and some heavy rain. And then once we get through this severe weather event, looking ahead into the late weekend, into the midweek, we're going to enter more of a summertime pattern with isolated thunderstorms possible every day. And we're not necessarily expecting any organized systems through much of the extended forecast at this time. And that will do it for this week's weekly weather briefing. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our phone number is 770-486-1133, or reach out to us on Twitter or Facebook, or reach out to us in NWS chat. We'd be happy to help. Have a great day.